Hello everyone, welcome to LimeGuru channel. In this session, we will learn about Streamlit. Streamlit, it's a Python library using which you can build amazing web application, and this framework has been built taking in account the needs for the data application. So if you want to visualize your data, if you want to create web apps for your data, then this is a perfect Python library. You can create your web app just by using Python code. You don't need any other skills if you want to create web application for your data. So it's a very good library for the data science projects using which you can create your web applications for your data. So in order to use that, you need to install Streamlit first. So you can install it using pip install Streamlit, and it's already installed on my system, but I'll run the command again and I'll show you. So everything, it says that dependencies are already satisfied, so let it happen in the background. In the meantime, we can go to the code that how you can write your first Streamlit application. So the first thing you'll have to do is you have to create your Python file. I have created my app.py. You can give any name. Then you have to import Streamlit as st. So I have given a alias st, and then just for the time being I have used two more imports, numpys and pandas, which we will use later to create our data sets and then creating web apps from that data set. So for let me try to run it. That if you want to just run this Python file without any code, then the command to run it is Streamlit run and then your app name. So I'm in the same directory where this file is present, myapp.py. So I'll give myapp.py. So it will open a web browser where my app will be rendered onto the web browser. So it says that the app is running on this localhost URL. So let me open it into the browser. So if I open it, so you see that the web page has opened, but there is nothing in this web page. In the bottom it says made with Streamlit and nothing else is there. So now we are going to render few content into this web app. Let's do it one by one. So first I'm going to set the title of this app. So it is very simple. You need to call st.title. You need to call title function and any name you can give. So it is LimeGuru app. You don't need to restart the server now, just refresh your browser. Now you can see it has come, LimeGuru app. So you set it as a title. Now title is available. Let's put the description of this website also. Now this is a distribution of technical sessions by technology. So what we're going to do in this demonstration is we will be looking at certain data set which says the distribution of technical sessions. I'll give you a brief about the data set, but let's see how this content appears onto the website. So let's refresh the page again. Okay, so you can see this is a distribution of technical session by technology. So can you see that how easy it is to create a web app? I mean, it's just one piece of code, one line of code, then your title is there, another line of code right is there. You don't need to do anything related to web technologies and any other server related things. All the things are taken care by the Streamlit framework. You are just writing your Python code. Now the next thing I'm going to create is one data set. So this is a standard pandas data frame I am creating, where I have four columns. One is Java, big data, Python and cloud, and this data set shows that how many courses I have for each of these technology. So I have created pandas data frame, and this data is month by month, let's assume. So let's if you want to write this data set onto the UI, what you need to call is again st.write. The way earlier you called st.write, you pass string, then string was rendered. Now I'm passing a pandas data frame, then a data frame will be rendered as a table onto the UI. So let's refresh the UI again. So you can see that it has beautifully rendered my pandas data frame. So it is month by month distribution of my courses for each of the technology. Let's say 0 represent January month, 1 represent February, and 2 represent March. So LimeGuru has 10 courses in Java for January month, 20 for big data, 30 for Python, and similarly this is the data set. So you have seen how beautifully this web app has been created for your data set just by using this one command. You create pandas data frame, which is you create in your normal Python applications also. In order to render it onto UI, you just call st.write, streamlit.write, and then you pass in your data sources. uh, Even if you just mention your variable which has a pandas data frame, even in that case also the browser can render this as a table. You don't need to in fact you don't need to call st.write also. You can just write your pandas data frame variable name and it will be rendered onto UI. So let me show you again. So now you can see there are two tables rendered. One is rendered from this statement and another one is rendered from this statement, and both does the same thing. It will render the pandas data frame onto your web app UI. So how easy it is. Now next important thing we are going to do is we are going to create a chart. So we are going to create a bar chart for the distribution of these codes count across each category. In order to create bar chart, it's again very simple, st.bar chart, and then you can pass on your data frame. So you can pass on your pandas data frame and the bar chart will be created for you. Let's refresh it now. Okay, so you can see it now, the data frame has, the bar chart has been created. So there are 3 rows in this data set, that's why you can see 3 bars, and each bar has distribution of Java, Big Data, Python and Cloud. So Java, it says Python 30, Java 10, Cloud 40, Big Data 20. So similarly, this is corresponding to my second row and this is corresponding to my third row, and you see the legend also here that for each color what each of the technology means, what does it map to each of the colors. So blue color maps to Big Data, Cloud, Java, Python. So it's very very easy, and also you can see there are multiple other options also, that you can save this graph as a SVG or PNG image and then you can share it with others. How easy it is. There are a lot of benefits just with this single line of code, st.bar chart. That's it. Now let's create the line chart for the same. And the syntax is similar, st.line chart, and then you pass on your data frame. Now let's refresh it. So if you refresh it, you can see for the same data a line chart has been created. You can do zoom in and zoom out also, and in this also you can zoom in and zoom out on your graph chart, which is again a visual representation, visual beautification within your graphs and charts, which is enabled by this Streamlit library. Now what we'll do is you can make your graphs interactive also. What I mean by interactive, you can display a checkbox onto UI, and then inside the checkbox, whenever anyone that checkbox, someone clicks on that checkbox, only then the logic inside this if statement will be executed. So what I'm doing here is that I am saying that my bar chart should be rendered only when somebody checks on a checkbox. So this is the syntax, and to create the bar chart the logic is same, which we discussed earlier also. So let's render the UI again with this piece of logic enabled. So you can see now in the bottom you see there is a checkbox here, show tech course distribution, which is same as show tech course distribution, the title you have given here for the checkbox. If I click here, now only after clicking your bar chart is enabled. If you deselect it, the chart goes away. So in this way you can make your charts and graphs and data interactive also, and again this is a very good feature. Just with one line of code in Python you can make it interactive also. So this is a very high level idea that how powerful Streamlit library is. This is very basic session, but you can do many advanced things using this Streamlit library. Advanced data sets, the huge data sets you can work on and create visual representation, and you can share it with others also. You can upload this code onto public GitHub URL, and then you can deploy this app onto public Streamlit account. You can create public Streamlit account onto the Streamlit website, and then you can deploy your application from public GitHub URL also if you have pushed in this code to public GitHub URL. Deployment is also very easy if you want to host your web app onto the internet. So that's also feasibility provided by Streamlit. So that's all which I wanted to cover for Streamlit library. I hope you like this video. Do press the like button, do share it with others, and do subscribe LimeGuru channel. And I'll share this piece of code also onto the GitHub URL on my GitHub URL and video, and the link will be shared in the video description. Thank you.